Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to paint a bird using only one color. This is Daniel Smith's Jane's Black, and I'm going to do it in this Winsor & Newton watercolor sketchbook. It's 100% cotton, and like I said, that Jane's Black blue orange. So there's a Jane's Black blue green or red green and a Jane's Black blue orange. I'm using the blue orange. So I'm also using number 6 Escoda and Princeton and Neptune. I'll link the supplies in the description below and try to put them over on my community page as well. I start out with a really watery mix. I mean, just hardly any color at all, just enough to stain the paper. And I just wanted to get a tone down. I probably should have left some white areas showing through, but I figured I could go back with white gouache or a white gel pen, which I did a little bit, but, to me it really doesn't matter. And then I just started putting another layer down to establish my landmarks of the bird. So then I go in, and after putting a little bit of texture in and getting that bird, defined a little bit, I go back and I establish my darkest darks. That way I could work from both sides. I could work from dark to light, or I could work from light to dark. So I get the eye in, get the beak in. I did leave a little highlight in the eye there. So, I could just, I think that kind of makes the bird come to life there. So I like to see that right away. And then I just start putting in layer after layer, and some texture. And then I am looking in my camera or my camera's viewfinder to see how it looks from there. So then I start defining the feathers, but I'm constantly looking in that camera's viewfinder lens. It has a little display to see how it looks to me as far as where my dark should go, because I'm only working in one color. I'm not going to put a brown head and a, orange chest. I'm just working in one color. And I chose blue orange, so maybe if I want to later on, I could go in and, add some ultramarine blue and some orange to this bird just to kind of make it pop. I don't know. We'll see. That's why I chose the blue orange. So I'm getting some texture, and to me at this point, I'm just kind of messing with it a little bit. But to me, when I'm looking down at it, at the paper, it kind of looks okay. I knew there had to be some shadow areas on where the bird was sitting. So I wanted to establish those shadows and some around that limb to make that limb look round. But to me, the bird looked finished. So, but I had to let that watercolor paint dry, because watercolor always dries lighter. So as I was putting I'm kind of getting into texture of trees and stuff. So I was putting some texture, and I was thinking, okay, I'm done. And then I looked and I thought, no, I need to make this darker. I need to make some things darker. So, I put a little shadow under the wing and, texture around the face. I always knew that the face, the head of the bird is usually darker. And then I'm going around and defining those feathers a little bit more. Again, I didn't want to do too much too soon. So, and then I'm putting some definition around the top of his head, just defining the edges and putting some feathery strokes on there. And as I'm doing this, I am increasing the consistency of the paint and using less water. As you paint, the more water you use, the lighter your paint's going to dry. So as I was going along, my paint was getting thicker and thicker until basically, I was working with no water on the porcelain dish. I just got that dish from, I think, either Dollar Tree or the thrift store, and using it pretty thickly on the paint, on that plate, until finally I was just using a wet brush and dipping into the pan directly. And then that was getting me a pretty dark line. So, but still it was going to dry lighter. So then I thought, well, let me see if I can figure out a way to get some darker areas. So I put the line for his beak, and I put a little nose in there, and forgot about the feet, so I put the feet in to see, and just working on things that I knew for sure. So not the best feet in the world, but it turned out okay, I think. And I will put high resolution photos for you at the end with the supplies, so you can see that paint tube, so you can know what to get. I start using the side of my brush and putting some texture on the bird, and I kind of like that, so I thought I might do some more of it. So here I am doing some more of it. So I end up going pretty dark, all over the painting, because every time I looked in that viewfinder, it needed more. So here it is, and hope you enjoyed. Bye.